Hello everyone. We have seen in our previous session that how digestion takes place in human beings. What are the various parts of digestive system? What are the various glands of digestive system? How digestion occurs? We have discussed. Today we have some other topics to discuss about digestive system. First of all, you have seen people vomit out. Why? Why do people vomit out? What is the reason for this vomiting? The major reason for this vomit is either the person has eaten toxic food or food that is having high content of fat. Okay? If the content of fat is very high, bile juice cannot emulsify. Bile juice cannot emulsify excess of fat. Bile juice cannot handle this, cannot emulsify this. So because of this reason, our liver will show some nausea feelings because of the lack of this emulsification. What happens? We get some nausea feeling, vomiting feeling, and we'll vomit the food outside. This happens because of reverse peristalsis. Reverse peristalsis is movement of food in backward directions. Actually, food should go from this side to inside, but it starts in reverse direction. It starts from stomach region and it ends up in mouth region. Okay, this is reverse peristalsis. Normally what happens in peristaltic movement, the circular muscles are relaxed in the region where food is present. Before that, circular muscles are contracted to push the food to inside. But in case of reverse peristalsis, here contraction takes place and food is pushed in backwards direction. Okay, longitudinal muscles are contracting here in this region. Okay, so the entire peristaltic process takes place in reverse direction for the vomitings to occur, and this is the reason for the vomitings to occur. Not only reverse peristalsis not only occurs during vomitings. We can also see this reverse peristalsis in ruminating animals. Ruminating animals means all cattle. Cattle do not chew the food when they eat. They eat grass, usually cow, buffalo, goat. They eat grass. They swallow it at once and they keep it in the first part of stomach. And immediately when they are in leisure or when they have reached the shed, what they do is they'll bring back their food to chew in leisure. So that's why you can see that even if the food is not there, cows and buffaloes keep chewing and chewing. That is the reason they bring back the food, they chew it very well and they send it back. So in ruminants also reverse peristalsis is seen during vomiting also it is seen. Okay, apart from this, indigestion is one of the reasons why vomitings occur. What is how can you avoid this indigestion? Indigestion can be avoided. How to avoid indigestion? You need to eat simple, balanced diet. So much amount of gravy, all masalas, all excess of spices. This all doesn't make your food easily digestible. They make it hard to digest. So we should always eat simple diet that is having all the nutrients. And eat leisurely. You should not hurry in it. When you are eating one loaf of food, you are taking and you are running here and there, again you are taking. That's not the way. You sit, relax and eat. Chew the food well, masticate it thoroughly. Do not exercise after eating the meals. You should not exercise immediately. This will also cause vomiting and all. it puts pressure over the stomach muscles, and you're going to face problems because of that, indigestion problems. Moreover, you should drink plenty of water. Drinking plenty of water is must. Then only your nutrients are entering all parts of body. So you need to drink plenty of water, that is 4 to 5 liters of water every day. One more problem that you face if you are not eating balanced diet, not eating leisurely, always tensed up, not relaxed, eating excess of fatty food, excess of all spicy food, it leads to ulcers also. Ulcers are small ruptures in any part of the alimentary canal. It can be seen in any part of the alimentary canal. If there is a small damage in the tissue, it is very painful, very painful. Okay, even internal damages are very painful, and they are usually caused because of stress in life. People don't take rest at all. Morning, they wake up, they keep hurrying, hurrying, hurrying. No rest, no time to. You need time to relax. You need to have a little slow pace of life. There are times when you are hurrying up. There should be time when you are relaxing, not sleeping even till late night, waking up early morning, again rushing. This all should be avoided to avoid ulcers. Okay, these are the reasons why ulcers are caused. Okay, so this is about the various aspects of digestive system. Now we'll discuss about malnutrition. When you are not taking proper diet, you get diseases which are called as malnutrition diseases. Malnutrition. When your food lacks one or two types of nutrients, then the condition that arises is called as malnutrition. Malnutrition is of three types: protein malnutrition, calorie malnutrition, protein calorie malnutrition. Okay, this is protein malnutrition, calorie malnutrition, protein malnutrition is three types of malnutrition. The diseases that are usually seen are kwashiorkor and marasmus. These are the two malnutrition diseases. Kwashiorkor occurs because of protein malnutrition, and marasmus occurs due to protein calorie malnutrition. In both cases, diarrhea is seen. Dry skin is seen. Both conditions you can see dry skin. Muscle development is less. Poor muscle development. Fatigue means getting tired very soon. These are the symptoms of both the diseases. Okay, in both, whether you have kwashiorkor or marasmus, you get excess of diarrhea, dry skin, muscle development is less, fatigue is there. But there is a difference between kwashiorkor and marasmus. In case of kwashiorkor, swollen legs, fluffy face, difficulty to eat. This is because in all the cells, because of lack of protein, water is filled in all the places, and face looks fluffy, body looks fluffy, legs look fluffy because of the swollen, all parts are swollen and weak, and you can't eat the food also. People don't feel the hunger, that's why it is. They can't eat the food also. In case of marasmus, lean and weak legs, people are very, what do you say, lean legs, lean face, everything from top to bottom. You can see the skeleton of that person, ribcage of that person, very less muscle is there. This is about marasmus. Why marasmus occurs is when a child is weaned off immediately. A mother is having first baby, immediately next year she has a second baby. How can she feed first baby? No, she'll wean off. Weaning off means stopping the baby from feeding the milk. When the small baby is not giving mother's milk, she's given any cow's milk or any external source of milk, that baby is not getting entire nutrients that are required. This leads to malnutrition condition called marasmus. Okay. So that is about malnutrition, children. We have another condition called obesity. Obesity is a condition which is caused due to excess of excess of food. Eating excess of food causes a condition called as obesity. Your body requires some amount of energy for doing everyday activities. But what we are doing, we are supplying it with more amount of energy than required. Whatever body will do with the excess of energy that it has, it stores. What does it do? It stores in different places under the skin usually. So this leads to a condition called obesity. Obesity is a serious problem. It leads to diabetes, BP, renal disorders. Renal means kidney related disorders, or various conditions that are caused due to obesity. Hello everyone. Today we are discussing about vitamins. Vitamins are divided into two types. First one, fat soluble vitamin. They are A, D, E, K. Second set are water soluble vitamins. Water soluble vitamins are vitamin B and vitamin C. Vitamin B is not a single vitamin, but rather you can see vitamin B1, B2, B3, B6, B12, folic acid, pantothenic acid, biotin, these are all B vitamins. So rather than calling this B as simply as a vitamin B, it is called as B complex vitamins. Okay. Why this differentiation as fat soluble and water soluble? Vitamin A, D, E, K are soluble in the fat content present in our body, like it is soluble in lipid membranes. Okay. Water soluble vitamins are those vitamins which are soluble in water and they can be easily carried through blood. It can easily pass, dissolve in water content of our body cells, and it can be easily transported along with the water. Okay. So we have a chart here in this. The first column refers to vitamins. Second one is the resources in which these vitamins are present. And third one is if you do not consume this, vitamin, what disease you are going to get. Okay. Next, last column is about symptoms. Okay. Last column is about symptoms. One by one we will discuss about this. First one, thiamine. It is also called as vitamin B1. This vitamin is present in cereals. Cereals means all rice, wheat, or all those staple foods like, where we get more amount of carbohydrates. In that is Thiamine is also present. Okay, rice, wheat, maize, millets, all this. Okay, oil seeds, sunflower oil, groundnut oil. We have different types of oil seeds. Mustard oil seed is extracted, olive oil seeds. So all these oil seeds have thyme, vegetables, milk, meat, fish, eggs. So most of the time you see milk, eggs in all the things because it is a very rich source of different vitamins and minerals. If you do not eat sufficient amount of these foods which is rich in thiamine, we get a disease called beriberi. What is this beriberi? What are the symptoms of beriberi? Okay, and enlarge the screen. See. Vomitings, fits. Total body is at once total body starts shivering uncontrollably, and the condition is called fits. Loss of appetite. The person will not feel hunger. Loss of appetite means no hunger. Even if you do not eat food for a long time, you do not feel hunger. This condition is called as loss of appetite. Difficulty in breathing related problems. Paralysis is malfunctioning of voluntary muscles of the body. When paralysis occurs, suppose if it occurs to mouth, the person cannot move his mouth parts. Voluntary movements cannot be possible. And if person gets paralysis in hands, he cannot move hands, legs cannot move legs, like that. Paralysis affects, it causes numbness. Person cannot move voluntary muscles. Okay. Next, vitamin B2 is riboflavin. It is found in foods like milk, eggs, liver. So in meat, liver part is separated and it is given as special meat that is very good for health. Kidney also is eaten by people, and green leafy vegetables, all those sorrel leaves, there's different types of green leafy vegetables. Glossages is a disease that occurs if you do not eat riboflavin. It's a disease seen in all children, commonly inside the mouth, corners of mouth. There are small sores, small like wounds. It's called as small wounds. Okay, cracks in the corners, red and sore tongue. No pussy, they'll say in Telugu that thing is called as cracks in mouth and red and sore tongue. Photophobia. Person cannot expose himself to sunlight. Okay, photophobia means fear of sunlight. Next, scaly skin. Scaly skin means when you put your hands in a soap water for a long time, you can see that skin becomes somewhat rough like that. It's not smooth. That condition prevails in entire skin if the person is not eating sufficient amount of riboflavin. Skin becomes very scaly. Next, third vitamin is niacin. It is found in meat. Kidney is sold separate. Liver, meat, egg, fish, oil seeds. If you do not eat niacin-rich foods, then you get the disease called as pellagra. It leads to a condition called dermatitis. Dermatitis means skin gets white. Skin becomes white, that means white patches will come on the skin. Loss of memory, diarrhea means loose motions. Generally it is called as loose motions. More amount of water is lost in the motion, and loss of memory will not be very good. And scaly skin, as we have discussed earlier, skin becomes scaly if you do not eat. Niacin also. Peristalsis is vitamin B6. It is found in cereals, oil seeds, vegetables, meat, fish, eggs, liver. And if you do not eat sufficient amount of foods that are rich in peristalsis, the disease that occurs is anemia. Okay, bloodlessness. Anemia means bloodlessness. Okay. Right, is this hyper irritability means it is allergic. Our body reacts for small things also. So it is an allergy, nausea, vomiting sensation, and vomiting and pills. Okay. Next vitamin is cyanocobalamin. It is synthesized by bacteria. Our intestine has bacteria in appendix region. In the vermiform appendix where bacteria is synthesized, that bacteria has capacity to produce vitamin B12, cyanocobalamin. If this bacteria do not produce cyanocobalamin, then pernicious anemia occurs. That means no less ability, no hunger. This is also here already we saw that hunger does not occur in case of thiamine deficiency. In case of cyanocobalamin deficiency, also appetite does not occur. There will not be hunger, and lean and weak. Person will be very lean and weak. Folic acid. Folic acid is vitamin. It is a part of vitamin B complex, and where it is found in liver, meat, eggs, milk, fruits, cereals, leafy vegetables. All these things you know. Okay. This also leads to, if you don't eat the food that is rich in folic acid, then it leads to a condition called as anemia. Same anemia occurs if you do not eat peridioxine, if you do not eat cyanocobalamin, which if the body is not producing cyanocobalamin, or if you do not eat the foods that are rich in folic acid, also you get anemia. What are the symptoms that are present in this disease? Diarrhea. As we have already discussed, diarrhea is nothing but loose motions. Loss of leukocytes. Leukocytes are nothing but WBC. White blood cells. White blood cells decrease in number, and problems related to intestine has continuous layer of mucus. I said you when I said you about elementary canal. So that mucus related problems will occur in intestine. Further, it leads to various other problems. Next, vitamin B complex has pantothenic acid. It is rich in sweet potatoes, groundnuts, vegetables, liver, kidney, egg. If you do not eat sufficient amount of pantothenic acid, the lower side of feet will feel like burning. If you walk to a lot less distance, also you will feel burning in your feet. Okay, what are the symptoms? You know how if you feel burning your feet, you will get walking related problems. You can't walk for a long time. You will feel burning sensation, and suddenly sprain means kalu venakadam. Kalu venakadam. So that is also seeing you if there is strain on your legs. Next, biotin. Biotin is a vitamin that is a part of B complex vitamins. It is present in pulses. Pulses means all types of dals: red gram, black gram, urad dal, chana dal. All different types of dals are included in pulses. Nuts or groundnut, cashew nut, almonds. All these nuts, vegetables, liver, milk, kidney. If you don't need sufficient amount of biotin, you will get nervous disorders. Okay, nerve related disorders, and the symptoms include fatigue, mental depression, and muscle pains. Okay, fatigue means feel weak. When you get tired very soon. If you do a little amount of work also, you get tired very soon. That condition is called as fatigue. Mental depression, you feel disappointed. People feel disappointed for small things. That is called as mental depression. Muscle pains, muscles will start paining for small works also. So those are the different symptoms of nervous disorder if you don't eat biotin. So these are the symptoms that are seen. Next, vitamin C, ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is rich in green leafy vegetables. Citrus fruits. Citrus fruits means lemon, orange. All these are citrus fruits. And sprouts. Sprouts, you know. If you soak the grain for some time and leave it in, tie it in a napkin and leave it for some time, seeds start sprouting. Those sprouts are also rich in ascorbic acid. If you do not eat sufficient amount of foods that are rich in ascorbic acid or vitamin C, this is also called as vitamin C. It leads to a condition called scurvy. Scurvy means it is a condition if you have a wound that does not heal soon. Okay, delay in healing of wounds. Bones are very weak. They get if you slip down accidentally, it may lead to fractures also. So the fractures in bones is one of the conditions for scurvy. Next, retinol, vitamin A. Retinol is vitamin A. It is found in leafy vegetables, carrot, tomato, pumpkin, papaya, mango, meat, fish, egg, liver, milk, cod liver oil. Cod liver oil means cod is a type of fish. Cod is a type of fish. Liver of these fishes is rich of oil. Everyone's liver is having oil. But in case of this, it is extracted separately, sold in markets as cod liver oil. That is very good for health. Even shark liver oil is extracted and it is canned into oil packs. Okay, it is very good. If you do not eat sufficient amount of vitamin A or vitamin A rich foods, it leads to eye related diseases and skin related diseases. Eye related diseases like night blindness, xerophthalmia, cornea failure. Okay, night blindness. Okay, vision is blurred during night. Vision is not clear. Okay, xerophthalmia is dry eyes. Dry eyes means lack of tears, redness in eyes. If you read something for some time, eye will start burning sensation. So these are all different symptoms of xerophthalmia. Okay, this eye disorder. Cornea failure. The layer that is present here above the eye, there is a transparent layer called as cornea. Just in the front region of the eye, that will not function properly. Cornea failure, it does not function properly. Skin disorder, scaly skin, as we have discussed what is scaly skin earlier. Vitamin D is also called as calciferol. Vitamin D is also called as calciferol. It is found in liver, egg, butter, cod liver oil, shark liver oil, sunrise. Sunrise have capacity to use the fat that is present under our skin to produce vitamin D. Okay, so that's why elderly people ask you to sit in sun's rays, early morning sun's rays. Okay, early morning sun's rays are very tender, they don't damage your skin, they help in production of vitamin D. If you don't eat sufficient amount of vitamin D rich foods, then it leads to a condition called rickets. Rickets are nothing but bones are not properly formed and improper formation of bones. Knock knees means some people will have knees like this. Near the knees, it is knee region is very close like this, and calves region will be very far like this. Here people, okay, this calves region in between near knees it will be like this very close, and after knees it will be very far. This type of X-shaped knees is called as knock knees. And swollen wrist. This is a wrist region. This region is swollen for these patients. Delayed dentition. Teeth will not form fast. It forms very late. Weak bones. Bones are very weak. Tocopherol. Vitamin E is also called as tocopherol. It is rich in fruits, vegetables, sprouts, and sunflower oil. If you do not eat the food that is rich in vitamin E, it leads to fertilization. You know what is fertilization? Male and female gametes fuse together to form zygote. That leads to birth of the baby. If there is anything related to birth related problems, that is called as fertility related disorders. Okay, whether it is in male or female. If there is any problem in reproductive system that does not that stops the birth of babies, then it is a fertility related disorder. Okay, symptoms: sterility, male will not be able to produce sperms or less number of sperms, and abortion in females. Abortion means early drop of the baby. The baby that is implanted in the uterus will not hold there, but instead that baby will drop off very soon. Okay, that uterus will not have strength to hold, or various reasons baby will not grow, and abnormally the baby will drop off. That is called as abortion in females. And last, vitamin K. Vitamin K is also called as phylloquinone. It is found in green leafy vegetables, milk, meat and eggs. Okay, this vitamin is very useful for blood clotting. If there is a deficiency in vitamin K, it leads to blood clotting related problems, that is blood clotting delays, and because of delay in blood clotting, overbleeding occurs. Okay, so that is about vitamins and vitamins, resources, deficiency diseases and symptoms, children. Okay, children, that is it for today. I hope you have followed it. Keep yourself safe, healthy, and also study well, children. Bye.